Overwatch used to be a game that a lot of folks used to look up to, with its own philosophy of teamwork making the dream work. Not only does it appeal to players in terms of gameplay, but also the incredible design done to the map, modes, and... This happened only once, okay? Not only that, the amount of events and other updates provided flavor into the game that kept this game alive and stable as new skins and other cosmetics kept on arriving. On top of all the updates, there were some really good lore-based cinematics that really kept the story of the game alive. And I remember that for later in the video. Now you might be thinking, what killed this game? With Briggs' release, it caused a major downfall of this masterpiece of a game with other several rewards and potentially being the greatest FPS to be ever created. This is because back then there were no role locks in competitive play, which allowed for no limit to the amount of heroes per role. Also, that wasn't the only issue. Take a look at this clip. He looks like he's having fun. Would you? To solve this issue, they had to introduce role queue to enforce players to have 2 of each role back in Overwatch 1. Did that solve the issue? Of course, a lot of folks know how they solved that issue. It really gives you an idea of how difficult it is to balance a game like Overwatch. Overwatch didn't die only to the stun locks and breaks release, but also because of the lack of content for 2 years. Remember when I said they made cinematic for the story? Well, Blizzard made a whole ass trailer that showcased content that focuses on story. This was absolutely incredible. We were able to experience what most people requested since day 1 of Overwatch. This also included PvE with other elements like talents and skill trees, replayability, and an actual story for once. This was really great to see. We finally had a reason to have that dreadful DOS on the logo. Now that we got the gist of what is to come on PvE, fans were excited. They finally found the one reason to play Overwatch again. Wait a second.
With everything we've learned about what it takes to operate this game at the level that you deserve, it's clear that we can't deliver on that original vision for PvE that was shown in 2019. Is that we won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees, that long-term power progression. Those things just aren't in our plans anymore.
Wait, what? But there were only 3 heroes released and a couple of maps. What did you work on? Is this Overwatch 2 or just an update? It just seems after all these years of building up hype led to a lot of fans mad, especially me, absolutely disappointed. Honestly though, this was to be expected, as Overwatch 2 was made to be an F2P as of now, apparently. Though they did mention they wanted to do this so PvP could thrive. About that, look at this out of bounds bug. Pretty cool, huh? Ever thought of shatter stalling? Hold it as long as you want. How about the time that you melee as Bastion before going sentry mode? Speaking of time, remember the time that you removed Bastion?
He's doing it again! Oh god!
How about the removal of Torb as well? Don't get me started with all the Kiriko TP bugs across the board.
What the fuck?
As for the editing of this video, the new season patch released, so let's have a look.
Oh god.
What did he just... What the fuck?
Are you fucking kidding? What the? What the fuck is that grenade? Dude.
I'm gonna throw it over there. Okay, like
No.
right here.
Throwing it. Ow.
You got damaged, right?
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Oh! Well then, I think you can potentially bring it to me. You know what we needed for this game? Nerf Bastion. At the time of editing this, I have observed almost every single patch notes I've seen. And from what I've noticed, it's just, I don't understand, like, what's the goal here? I don't know, why is it so little? Why is it not so big, like how it used to be? I guess Illari is not very, not very sniper-like, very balanced. It's not like as if it's comparable to, a certain ninja with a sword that does the same amount of damage, but doesn't hit consistently, I mean, a support is better than Genji now. Well, at least Keiko gets to be buffed for the 50th time and get her 200 skin. Ah, well, I need to see Overwatch in a different way, I think. But they did announce that they would release PvE without the talent trees. How'd that turn out? Pretty bad. Just imagine you're given a burger, but where's the patty at? That's right. I bought the invasion story so you wouldn't. The general amount of potential that was lost for such a highly requested mode brings me insanity. The fact that this is $15 and all you get is just 3 small chapters. Incredible content! I wish I could have as much money to buy a part of a game for $15. I mean, there's not like other good and cheap alternatives to this. Hey, who am I to say? This is Activision after all. The funny thing is, the additional PvE assets that could have been in the story missions are in an event. The fact you can get an ability that can make you feel like you actually ate Taco Bell last night is incredible. I mean, just look at the footage, isn't that incredible? You can just burn people around with just a jump jet. I mean, isn't that like a crazy idea? I wish it could be somewhere else, you know? How about the multi-rockets? I mean, this is just a cool idea on its own. I mean, it's just incredible. It just looks incredible and it does well. It suits Farah. So you can see that they have the right ideas for a PvE experience, but it's just not there. Also, they did release the game on Steam. How'd that go? Overwatch 2 is critically acclaimed team-based shooter set in an optimistic future with an evolving roster of heroes. Team up with friends and jump in today. Sounds great, doesn't it? Nothing could go wrong with a game like that, you know what I mean? The point of making this video is that it is just to say how much potential this game has. The lore, the art, the gameplay, it's all there, only to be wasted. Even after all this, I still do sometimes find myself having fun playing Overwatch. Even after playing this game for like a third of my life at this point, like good lord. The only issue is that there's no proper vision for the future of this game. And that is concerning. But then again, like the official coming of Christ, Microsoft has taken over Activision Blizzard. Even then, I remain cautiously optimistic and I'm sure the same can be said from everyone else. Overwatch was a great game, but it can be great again one day. Just the right tools and the right leadership is needed.
You're one of those heroes, aren't you?
Not anymore.